Good day, everyone. I'm Ben Wells, rector at St. Francis Episcopal Church in Macon, Georgia. And this is my e-news video article. And I also lead morning prayer online on Wednesdays for the community. And this morning's gospel was from Matthew chapter 5. And we pick up right after Jesus has given the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes. He has blessed and says that they will be blessed, the outcast, the needy, the marginalized, the hurting. He's got large crowds following him. But the one thing he doesn't do is to give them a battle cry. He does not stir them up to lead the charge, and some are disappointed in that throughout in the story. But he talks about forgiving. He talks about loving those we find unlovable in our lives. He talks about, for those being persecuting us, that we don't retaliate. In fact, we pray for them. We don't pray against them, we pray for them. So, as Jesus is gathered there, he's telling them and us things that are really hard to do. And then I will remind you, as we have heard, especially when we read about what Jesus said, it'll be harder for a rich person to get into heaven than it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. And the disciples said, well, who could be saved then? Jesus says this: for mortals, it is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And I think we really need to remember that, to reflect on it, about how our journey is made whole, can be made whole, with the presence of God in our lives, leading us. God is present whether we beckon God or we don't beckon God. God is present. How can we join with God more closely and sincerely for the blessing of traveling, having God with us, knowing God is with us on the journey? Again, with mortals it is impossible. With God, all things are possible.